Let's talk about the difference with Kohl's as far as the packaging goes.
It is different, and that's something we worried about a long time ago when I started Kohl's. We started making bird seed. My daughter and I were constantly fighting the problem of you get this raw seed and you put it in a bag, and along with the seed comes insects and some of the little pieces of sunflower or insect eggs, and they hatch, and you get bugs in your bird seed, and you open it up, moths start flying out, meal moths are in there, and it's a problem. So especially if you're trying to save this bird seed and keep it fresh. So there was something, some technology available called barrier packaging and nitrogen purging. And it's very expensive, but it's the right way to treat a really good product. We make the absolute best bird seed out there. We don't sacrifice quality. We buy the best seed. We want it fresh. We want to keep it that way. So our packages are designed to hold the bird seed, and also we push most of the oxygen and air out of it and replace it with nitrogen. So there's nothing in there to degrade the seed. There's no oxygen, so the seed doesn't absorb the oxygen and get stale, rust in a sense. And insects can't leave because there's not a high enough oxygen content for them to live. So it keeps the seed very fresh and insect-free. Who knows how long?
And no pesticides are needed, right?
No, we don't use pesticides. There's no reason for
Yeah.
them. We don't need it. We invested in the technology to make a package that solves the problem. And I will demonstrate what happens.
I want to see.
It's like happy birthday.
That is. I wondered whose birthday it was when you came in today.
This is a helium balloon. And it's plastic, basically. And it's got helium in it. And, what happened? This thing, just yesterday, it was much bigger.
Yep.
This one was much bigger. And we see this all the time. In a couple of days, these will just be all laying down with hardly anything in them. Whoop, look out. And what's happening, a lot of people think, well, it's leaking here at where it's tied. No, it's not. Believe it or not, those gases are moving right through this.
Really?
We think of things as being extremely solid, but when you get down to the microscopic level, there's holes all through here. And the gas is extremely small, and it will, over time, can move through this little forest of like trees,
Yeah.
slowly sliding through, and it comes out.
Yeah.
So it escapes right through here. Why is that important? Because in regular birdseed, let's move this over to the side.
Okay.
In regular birdseed, it's in a regular plastic. And over time, not only can the gases in there move out, but from the outside moves in. So basically, oxygen can transfer in and out. Insects can live quite well in a sealed bag because gas flows both ways.
Yeah.
If you nitrogen purge, here's one of the Kohl's bags with nothing in it, and I had them run a few of these to look at it. And the plastic's a little different. You can't really see the difference, but this is made with a gas impermeable film sandwiched between two layers of regular like plastic. And the particular film will not allow the gases to move through it at all. And what that does for you, besides they're fun to play with, what that does for you is if the seed drops into here, there's a large amount of nitrogen gas blown in with it. The air is most part pushed out, and then it's sealed. And that puts something that insects can't survive in, very low oxygen content, mostly nitrogen. The seed stays fresh, it doesn't spoil because there's no oxygen in there. And the insects can't live because there's no oxygen in there. And the good thing is, it never gets out of there.
Yeah.
This bag will not allow that gas to move through. So it stays kind of like a balloon.
Yeah.
And in the summertime, you'll see our bags of seed get a little puffy sometimes. In the wintertime, they'll get a little flat because the air contracts. But it's a very special process that allows us to put inert gas in there to keep the seed the absolute freshest. You're paying good money for really good seed. We want to keep it that way.
So, and how long will it keep? I mean, there has to be some, is there an expiration date on it or anything? Or can it theoretically stay in there as long as needed?
We don't know. I mean, anything practical, we could say a year or two wouldn't be a problem at all.
Really?
I've
Wow.
got some that's been bagged, I guess, 6, 7, 8, 9 years now.
Yeah.
And it's on the shelf. I just look at it every now and then. It's still just sitting there.
Yeah. That's great.
And I'm sure it's in decent condition to eat, especially for the birds. If our seed's lasting you 2 or 3 years, you're not feeding enough of it.
Yeah,
You need to
I
run
know.
it through a little
Our
quicker
birds
than
go
that.
through it so
Yeah.
quickly. But let me ask you about, can rodents, I mean, that's always a problem with birdseed, that they want it. Can they dig through that plastic?
Oh, absolutely, they
Yeah,
can dig to it.
okay.
However,
But it doesn't smell as much, so
however,
they don't know?
they won't.
Why?
We've done some tests with this. We've had reports saying, well, the rodents came into our store and they ate this birdseed and they didn't touch yours. Well, there's a reason. Because this gas and things moves in and out of their bags, the rodents can smell their seed and food inside the other bags. They can't smell this.
Yeah, so it won't attract them to
It
come
won't
to it in the
attract them.
first
They'll
place.
walk by and they don't smell any food. They just go right
Yeah.
by. We've had very, very few instances of these bags ever getting chewed on.
That's
And it's
amazing.
really a great benefit on the side
Yeah.
because they won't mess with it.
Yeah, that is amazing. And I know that they love your seed because what we do is take it from these bags and we put it into these aluminum containers to be able to scoop it out really easily once we open the bag. And every once in a while, we'll see a little mouse in there. And I'm like, well, that must be
Yeah.
like a smorgasbord. There's so much food.
Yeah.
But you would think in an aluminum container, they wouldn't be able to get in, but they will find a way to get in when they smell it.
Yeah, if they smell it, and they can, they smell it very well, they'll find a way to get to the food. But like I said, but the coals, it can sit on in stores without getting damaged by mice and things, and it stays very fresh. That's the main thing. It's good seed. We want it to stay fresh till you're ready to put it in the feeder.